Hello. We are so excited to welcome you into this challenge group, into this kind of experimental community of healthier living. One thing that we really, really want to stress is none of this is about being perfect. None. Perfection is boring. This is about finding balance in your life and in stepping just outside your comfort zone. So perhaps embracing new recipes, new foods, maybe new ways of moving, maybe meditation if you've never tried that before. Um, but it's not about doing everything that is written in the guidelines every single day. Although that would be lovely and ideal, the problem with that is that oftentimes when we go 100% into something, our energy wanes out over time. We cannot keep that up. So what we want to encourage you to do in the short amount of time that we have together in our community is to take on little changes every day. So this still is a commitment, a strong commitment and a heart commitment, but to take on little changes every day that you think will enhance your life in the long run. So we're looking for lifestyle shifts here, people. We're not looking for quick fixes. It's nice to lose 5 pounds in a week and kind of flush out toxins. That's awesome. I mean, that who doesn't feel good when that happens by just eating whole foods, right? Who doesn't feel good? But we want to think about the long run. So if you think about how many diets you've tried, how many exercise programs you've engaged in, how many routes you've already taken, you know, that that immediately makes me sad, and immediately makes me, when I think about my own journey, um, want to crawl into a hole and not try anything new ever again because it's full of disappointment. And this time is different. It's different. This time is about taking little steps every day, staying committed to your and commitment and honoring your commitment every day. But in each step you make, thinking about how will this benefit me in the long run. So an example that I like to use is one of our guidelines or suggestions is sitting for just 1 minute before eating your meal, just 1 minute, and expressing gratitude, or if you're a person of faith, perhaps praying or meditating or just listening to your breath, just for 1 minute before your meals. And 1 minute, I mean, it's such a small percentage of your day, but 1 minute can make such a difference in the appreciation of the food. Usually we're able to slow down a little bit when we're eating. Our palate is actually able to absorb the flavors that are on our tongue. And what ends up happening, it's kind of like a snowball effect or kind of a chain reaction, is that a ripple effect is a beautiful way of looking at it, is that sometimes we end up eating less, but feeling more satisfied. So feeling like we are actually tasting and absorbing and feeling and experiencing our food rather than scrolling through Facebook or watching a television program or reading the news, just being with our food. So something like that, so simple, just 1 minute can make such a big, big difference. So what I want to encourage you to do today in our kind of our welcome week of sorts, as we begin preparing for this journey, is to think about your first week and plan what one little thing that you will do every day that you promise yourself and promise this group that you will honor, and why. So why it will make a difference in the long run. And I mean that the 1 minute is just an example. It could also be, adding a little bit of greens to your smoothie, or, committing to taking the stairs whenever you can rather than an escalator or elevator, or getting in an extra 10 minutes of activity a day. I mean, it can be anything. Be as creative as you'd like, but it has to be about you. It has to be measurable, it has to be about you, and it has to be something that you are willing to commit to for a full 7 days. That includes the weekends, folks. So please comment below. These communities are also a great opportunity to get to know complete strangers, which I have to be honest, I hate. And let me add on to that, in that I am a toddler. I have a toddler mentality because I often, a toddler or teenager, I don't know, I often feel like I can do this by myself. But I've tried doing it by myself and I tried for 28 years, and these groups are what brought me into a far more balanced state and finally allowed me to practice what I preach. So even if it scares you to share a little bit of yourself, a little piece of your thoughts in your heart, just do it, just for this small amount of time, just in this community, because you really, if you're anything like me, you really will be shocked at how much it changes and affects your way of being in your life. So please, please share below what one thing you will be embracing for a full 7 days. And if you feel like sharing even more of your heart, tell us why. Tell us why that intention matters to you and matters to your lifestyle. So we can't wait to begin this journey with you, and welcome to our group.